What's
What's
up,
up,
fight
Fight fans?
fans? Greetings from the Wrestleverse. I'm your host, Lexi,
And Billy here.
and it's time to take
Take
it
it
to
to
the
the
ring.
ring.
All right, everyone. On this episode of Wrestlecap, we will be reviewing AEW Dynamite.
Dynamite. Yeah. So the night kind of starts off with CM Punk. He's center ring, and he kind of starts off with this speech talking about how he's straight edge. I don't drink. I don't smoke. And that makes me better than you. Let me tell you, that didn't go over very well in that crowd. He got
No,
some booze. I don't think it went over like he thought it did in his head.
no, definitely did not. And he talks about MJF and him being a fan since he was a kid and what an influence he's been for other wrestlers. He's like tooting his own horn.
Yeah, but finally he calls out MJF. He gets to the point. He's like, I need you to come out here. We need to do this face to face, and we'll get to see a rematch in Florida in the beginning of March, and this is going to be a dog collar match. And I'll tell you, MJ didn't look very happy with that.
No. And for those of you that don't know, it's actually going to be March 6th, that weekend of the Revolution weekend. So that's coming up very soon. Everyone's super excited for that.
I
And
know,
in
I
this
know.
picture, MJF does not look very happy. But he has won twice now in CM Punk's town, so he should be a little bit more confident.
That's what
Come
I
out
was
with a
kind
little
of
more
thinking.
pizzazz.
Yeah, and he has won. I mean, dirty, but he still won.
Yes.
So we'll get right into the first fight card of the night, guys. We get to see the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson versus Lee Moriarty. This is a
Yes.
great match. Very technical. Danielson starts off with this great more Moriato special, I think is what it was called. It was said really quick. And then bridges
Yes.
right into this really great dragon sleeper.
That was epic. That move was like so cool. And I was like, oh, it has a cool name, Dragon Sleeper. Alrighty. Brian is just mean. I mean, he's given Lee a paintbrush slap. He's got this like strong pimp hand. I'm like, oh my goodness. He is like insane. Now, Lee is no slouch, but he has a lot of talent and he sets in a nice rear mount and made the dragon feel it too.
Oh man, he just started giving him a little bit of a pummel after that. And these guys, they really know their stuff. Some great counters, some great reversals in this one. And Danielson really did his research using some of Lee's teacher's moves on Lee. Really just kind of a
Yeah.
slap in the face. And he did it a couple times. He's kind of known for that. I like it.
I think that's ironic. It's like you're doing it to the person that taught it to you. He's probably like, oh my God, I regret this.
Little slap to the dojo.
Yeah. And Danielson took this win by locking in the sleeper triangle. That was pretty epic. And Lee
Yeah.
did not hold on for very long. I mean, Brian even gives us the double bicep pose. We see him like, yeah.
It's great. Just kind of rubbing it in a little bit.
Yeah.
Now, after this match, Danielson, he grabs the mic and he brings up his offer that he gave Moxley a couple weeks back, I think it was. And he asked Moxley to join forces. Let's start switching it up, bring some new stuff to AEW.
Yeah, he wants to team up with Moxley and teach like some very young wrestlers how to be more mean, aggressive, and change AEW into a more old school, tough guy wrestling kind of feel.
Yeah, just mean and dirty, which they're
Yeah,
both good at.
they'll be
um,
great teachers.
yeah, right. So Brian was ready for his answer, and he was like, "I'm not waiting, man." Moxley, he came out pretty quick and fast. He was sent a ring, and he's talking to Brian about his past and how they've wrestled together in like indie and in multiple other organizations in the past.
Yeah, and we hear that Moxley has always wanted a piece of the American Dragon, but never has. So he says that he loves the idea of AEW changing.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. But he
Yeah,
doesn't want a partner that he's never shared blood with in the ring.
yeah.
So I think that's kind of a tease for seeing a Danielson Moxley fight.
I definitely think it's something we can anticipate. But Moxley doesn't say much after. He just walks away. But he does look back and he looks back at Brian with this look like, I am serious. Let's do this. I am
Yeah.
weighing.
He did. He kind of looked back. He's like, I'm not playing around, man.
Yeah.
So this is a big deal. Now not only do we get to see the American Dragon face off with Moxley, but they might team up after. And that would be amazing. I mean, talk about a power couple.
That would be an insane duo. A force
I
to
mean,
be
I'm
reckoned
all
with.
for it. That'd be really cool, and especially with all the changes going on in AEW right now with Cody Rhodes and the drama with
Yeah.
the Inner Circle and Bullet Club.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
cool stuff. We'll
There's
see what
been so
happens.
much. We've talked about AEW literally every day on Kick-Ass and Coffee. There's something new about them every morning. All right, but next we see this really cool promo with Keith Lee and the Limitless One. And now he is here for business. He's made an amazing AEW debut that we saw last week, and he's just showing everyone how strong he is, throwing guys around.
Yeah, I mean that was one heck of a debut, and he kind of said that he had a 3-stage plan. First stage come in hard. The next is going to be this ladder match that's coming up here, and once he's done with that, he's moving right on to championship. And he looks like he means it. He's definitely somebody we need to be keeping an eye out on for him, or looking for him.
Yeah, I mean, especially because he just debuted last week. I think there's so much more to come from him. And for the next fight card of the night, we see Wardlow versus Max Caster from the Acclaim.
Yeah.
And the Acclaim comes out with their rap, making fun of Nashville hot chicken.
Yep.
And he calls Wardlow MJF's bitch. And I was like, oh.
Wow. Yeah, look, you can see Sean Spears like sitting there, like in the background. I had to get that. He's like,
Oh.
I can't believe you just said that. It was great. Now, you gotta say he's got some pretty big balls to come out and call out Wardlow like that. He was just kind of looking at him like, what?
Yeah, that is one big guy to call a bitch. I
He had
mean,
some good jokes.
it's a good joke, but I think that definitely made him pissed. Now, this is to qualify for the ladder match coming up, as we know, and Wardlow's in a ladder match, and I'm all about it.
Yeah, and this one, Caster's a bit younger, but he's almost as big as Wardlow. He's not a small guy, especially when you kind of see him go no to nose. But let's be honest. I mean, Bowens is outside of the ring, and that's really what's going to make the difference and kind of give him that advantage.
Yes, and so it starts off kind of slow. Caster's keeping his distance, but he's almost like slipped into this power bomb, but he somehow manages to get away so quickly. It's like a sly fox, goes so fast.
Yeah, he knew what he got himself into. As soon as he felt his head in between Wardlow's knees, he's like, "Oh man, I need to go."
Abort.
But like during the break, and guys, fight fans, pay attention during the break. There's a lot of good stuff that happens. I'm guilty of fast forwarding through the commercials. We all hate commercials, but mute it and really pay attention.
Guilty as charged.
During this break, especially during this one, Caster was really kind of working Wardlow all around the ring, and Bowden was kind of helping him out. They were able to kind of trick him a couple times.
Yeah, somehow they were able to trick him, and then Wardlow missed a spear and takes out the steel chairs.
Oh, the stairs, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, the steel stairs. I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah,
like
it just, those are pretty heavy, and they're locked into that corner. They can be moved, but it's not easy.
Yes, on NXT when we went, it took like 2 guys to put those things on, and he manages to do that by himself, not a problem. Made it look so easy.
He practically destroyed it. The guy's an animal.
Yeah. And we get a backbreaker, and Caster nails Wardlow with Bowen's chain, then hits him with a mic drop, but he kicks out on the 2 count.
Couldn't believe it. And he got so much air on that mic drop. He's really coming into his own. So Caster, he tries to power bomb Wardlow. Can you believe that? And he's underneath him, and Wardlow just stands up and tosses him in the air like he's nothing. And then finally, Wardlow, he gets his power bomb symphony and just nails him twice and hard. And he goes down, he gets it. He gets his win. He steals the win. I mean,
He steals that win. He really did. That was one really cool match. It didn't go on as long as I expected to. I thought it was going to play out a little bit longer.
Oh, I thought it was longer. I thought Wardlow was going to come in and beat the crap out of the guy. But again, you had Bowden outside of the ring, which really kind of changed the pace of that match.
That's true.
And you got the classic Wardlow pin just stepping on him. Love it.
And after the match, Bowen comes in and attacks Wardlow from behind and pummels him in the corner. And Sean Spears is nowhere to be found at this point.
What's up, man? He's supposed to be his boy. He's always out there stealing credit. But then Wardlow, he grabs Bowden by the throat and just powers his way out of the corner and then nails him with a power bomb. Like, look at his face. He's like, oh, that'd be a great meme. At this moment, Bowden knew he
beast.
Up.
Yes. I'm going to make that into a meme.
You should. That'd be great.
I will. And we get to go backstage and see Britt Baker. She's with their girls and Tony. They're talking about Mercedes Martinez, telling her how she has to beat Thunder Rosa in the no DQ match later that night, which we're very excited about.
And do you see the Cobra Kai guy, Mark Conan or something like that, or Matthew? I don't remember his name. But he kind of comes out too. And she asked him, like, hey, what do I do if she loses? And he says, finish her. No mercy. And if you watch Cobra Kai, that's pretty funny.
I love the jacket. It's very stylish.
So have you watched Cobra Kai?
I have not, no.
Okay, so he's actually the sensei from Karate Kid.
Oh.
The original one.
Nice.
The bad sensei. And they have a show on Netflix where the two kids that were in Karate Kid are grown up. And they both have their own dojos, and this guy shows back up, and he's kind of the bad guy. He's definitely a heel, for sure. No mercy, strike first.
No mercy.
That's his motto: strike first, no mercy.
That is funny. So we see Britt Baker's man, Adam. Oh, sorry, not Adam Cole. My head's in a different space. Adam Page, mixing up the Adams. Uh-oh.
That'll get the beef going.
That'll get the beef going. I mean, he did say you are just another Adam.
Yeah, he did.
So, I mean, it's easy to get confused. But Adam Page comes out. He's in the center of the ring talking to Tony. His eyes are like all stitched up. And not long after, Britt Baker's actual boyfriend, Adam Cole, comes out and cuts him off.
Yeah, he wasted no time. I mean, he barely got 2 words out. And then he tells Tony to get the hell out of my ring. It's like, what a dick, man.
Yeah.
And then he starts to kind of do some of this, hey, we're friends, I respect you, and blah, 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 kind of smack talk. It was pretty lame.
Yeah. And so Cole says that this BS line about respect, they end up shaking hands, and Cole walks off with this smile from grin, ear to ear. He's just smiling.
He definitely, like, when I saw that smile, I was like, something's up.
Yeah.
And Kyle O'Reilly and Fish, they come up and attack him from behind. And then Cole turns around and he jumps in, and all 3 of them start to beat up Page. It's pretty much a mugging at this point. And then Dark Order, they come in to save the day. There's like a ton of security guards. They can't get order. It's just chaos in there.
And then Ten gets pissed and starts knocking out security, clearing the ring, piling up the guards outside of the ring, and then calls out Cole and his boys.
Yeah, it was great. So they finally calmed him down at one point, and he threw one guard and just took out. It was awesome. Ten's a beast. So the next match of the night, we finally get this very hyped up Jericho and Hager versus Santana and Ortiz match.
Yes.
So this is to settle some beef that they have in Inner Circle.
Yeah, we saw that last week, right?
Yeah,
last week.
The little meeting, the Inner Circle meeting.
Yes, we saw that Inner Circle meeting, and there was a lot of layers to that. It was drama. Yeah, it was just drama. And Santana and Ortiz both think Jericho's holding them back. So I guess it's just their chance to just fight it out. I mean, they did say, where I'm from, we don't talk it out. We fight it out. So
maybe that'll solve the beef.
Yes. So Eddie Kingston comes out too, and the crowd goes nuts.
Yeah.
He is ringside for Santana and Ortiz.
We haven't seen him in at least a few weeks, man. He probably needed a couple weeks off after that
Yeah.
butt whooping. But or he's been busy working in other places. But we have Santana and Jericho. They face off first. And man, Santana has really put on some size. He's looking good. He nails Jericho with this chop right at the beginning of the match. I swear you could hear it through the entire stadium. And
Yeah.
Jericho's chest was just lit up for the rest of the match.
It sounded like it rumbled. Like
It was loud. It was a mean chop. It had anger in it. And even Jericho's face was like, ow, dude.
It's bad when their like whole back or body is red.
Oh, he's bruised up.
He's definitely bruised up. So Jericho, he gets hit with this DDT, then a nice fisherman suplex from Ortiz, and finally Hager tags in and gives Ortiz an ass whooping that was kind of well deserved. But he goes like full beast mode on him.
He's a big guy, man, and he just handed it to him. And Jericho gets back in, showing Ortiz he's still got it. Nails a really nice suplex and then some like belly tosses. And then tags Hager back in. He's like, all right, you can get some.
Yes. And then, man, Santana has a score to settle with Jericho, beating the crap out of him. We get a Russian leg sweep, and then they hit him with the street sweeper. Oh, my God, that is a tongue twister.
So that's right there. You can kind of see it. So he's on top. He grabs him in almost that cutter position and then flips off of his shoulders. Crazy. Such a cool move.
Absolutely crazy. But he kicks out in 2, and everyone's like, "Oh no!"
I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Where did Jericho get this?" But Jericho. He came back, locked in the double Boston leg lock, or I think he called it like he's at the lion tamer.
Yeah.
But he really starts cranking it back, man. It looked like he was trying to poop on his back. Like he's really straining, man. It was
the grunting and all.
Yeah.
And Santana hits Jericho with this like disc lariat and takes the win.
Yeah, I think it was called a disc or discus or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, Excalibur throws out some crazy moves. Sometimes I think he's making it up on the spot, but I know he knows his stuff. So anyway.
Yeah. But yes, after the match, we get Jericho. He goes right for Kingston, attacking him. It was craziness on the ramp. People were everywhere.
It was. That was a pretty good match. I still don't think the beef has been handled. But we'll go right into the next fight card. We get to see your girl, Thunder Rosa, versus Mercedes Martinez.
Yes.
Martinez, she comes out with the pipe. Do you see that? She's ready. She looks like a Mortal Kombat character or something. And then Thunder Rosa's, she's coming right out with a chair, just looking creepy as could be, dragging it.
And they can't even wait to fight in the ring. They're like, let's just get this thing settled on the ramp.
It was great.
Yeah, these ladies start beating the crap out of each other. Martinez gets thrown into the barricade and lands on her head. I could just tell how painful that was. Oof.
Yeah, it was definitely pretty bad. And that fight broke out into the arena, into the fans. And Thunder Rosa, she climbs up onto the railing where the fans are and just nails this great crossbody from the railing, like having to hold on to one of the fans to keep her balance. And it started to like rock. Did you see that when she was standing on it?
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, this is scary.
She is brave.
No fear.
Zero fear. She's, I thought I had no fear because I can do like the slingshot ride. I'll go to the front of any roller coaster, but that, no, thank you.
Yeah. The balance that it takes. And then on top of that, you're pretty much live on television in front of all these people. You imagine if she slipped and fell, everybody would laugh.
Knowing my luck, I would slip and fall.
Right.
Yeah, of course. All right. Going back to this match, we get back in the ring. Rosa takes a suplex to the table, but Martinez, she took the bulk of the hit.
Yeah. Do you see the way it broke?
Yeah, the way
where Thunder Rosa, it broke where she hit. So Martinez took the brunt of that, even though she threw it.
Yeah, did her more harm than good.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a crazy match. I mean, we got chairs, cans, table, and then Thunder Rosa nails a drop kick with Martinez in a can.
Yeah, she like stuffed it,
Yes.
which I thought was like more funny than damaging. But
Yeah.
then we got to see a spider German suplex to Rosa. I've never seen this before.
Mm-mm.
Absolutely amazing. She suplexed her from the top ropes and still hung on, hanging upside down. And look how hard Thunder Rosa hit. I mean, she landed flat on her neck and shoulders.
Yes.
Super cool
But
stuff.
that
And
was epic.
yeah, that Thunder Rosa, she comes right back with a crucifix bomb. Just a crazy match.
It was
It's just so much fun.
crazy. And then Rosa sets up for the Thunder Driver and slams her onto the pile chairs and then takes her out in 3 counts. Holy cow. My
Yeah.
anxiety was through the roof during this match.
This match wasn't very long, but wow, these ladies went hard. Very impressive. They beat the crap out of each other. I
Yeah.
mean, how often do you see somebody get power bombed into a pile of steel stairs?
Yeah.
Just
And how
cool stuff.
often do you see someone go into the middle of the crowd and decide to balance on people? Oh my God.
In the spider German suplex, that was probably one of the craziest suplexes I've ever seen. Next to the superplex, that's by far my favorite.
We got a
Very cool
comment.
stuff.
Someone said, "Oh yeah."
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yes. And then after the match, Britt and the gang come out with the stankiest face. Rebel and Hadler attack Rosa from behind and beat the crap out of her.
She did have a steak face. But, Baker, she gives Martinez the pipe and tells her to finish it.
Yes.
And, Hater attacks her for taking too long. She's like, get out of here. And they start beating up. And then, Britt starts beating up Rosa. Just craziness.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And for our final fight of the night, we get
cool.
Darby Allin versus Sammy Guevara, the Spanish God.
Yeah. So they both took a corner or took a knee in the corner forever. I mean, did you see that they were just like staring each other down?
Yeah.
For the longest time. It's like, come on, fight.
I was like, is this still on time? Is this counting? And I was like, wait, hold on. Why the hell is Darby wearing jean cutoff shorts with leggings?
Like, I'm pretty sure I dated a girl in middle school that had the exact same outfit. I was like, what's going on? But anyway, he did really good, man. The guy's a great wrestler. He really impressed me in this match.
Despite the outfit choice.
Too much. Yeah, despite his outfit. Yeah, I can't clown on him too much.
And Sammy set up this very, very cool, like they called it the Samoan drop.
Samoan
drop. The Samoan drop.
So he was like on the top. You can kind of see it. He came out from underneath Darby and just let him fall right onto the top ropes. It was pretty neat. It was very creative.
Yeah, causing Darby to roll out of the ring. And yeah, then Ascension with Darby like laid out on top of the ropes as we saw, like crazy.
Yeah, very cool stuff. And then Darby, he comes back with 2 coffin drops like into the corner, running and dropping into him. And then like a big chop block from behind, targeting Sammy's knee. And he's really feeling it at this point. And he's starting to slow down.
Yeah, the pace is starting to slow down for him a little bit. And then Darby stretched out Sammy on the top of the rope. And I was like, oh my God.
God, look at that. I mean, he was definitely trying to test to see how limber he was.
That is some like, I don't even know what the hell you call that.
Yeah, I don't. Just a big stretch. Very creative.
Some sort of gymnastic something stretch. I don't even know. It looks very painful. But Sammy comes back with a huge Spanish fly, but is slow to cover and only gets a 2 count.
Yeah, it was a little sad to see that. I was like, Sammy, get on it, man.
Yeah.
But then he misses like the rotation on the Spanish fly with his hurt knee. He couldn't get like that leverage he needed off the ropes. And he couldn't really spin and get that rotation. He landed pretty awkward because of it.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking, I'm like, poor guy, the knee injury, the rib injury, like he's had so much these past few months. Yeah, good thing he's young. But Darby sets in the figure 4 and like a 2-roll back and forth. He's like reversing the lock and then trade slaps.
Yeah, it was pretty neat. They're just slapping the crap out of each other. And then Darby, he hits the stunner, and then Sammy kind of rolls out to kind of get his breath. And Darby tries to dive through the ropes to take Sammy out, but he catches him in a cutter and just lands him flat on the floor. So impressive and so well timed.
It was really well timed. That was, I did not expect him to do that. That was a really smart and quick move. Yeah, definitely was not planned. But Sammy ends up missing like this huge sent and land on the apron, and that turned the tables for Darby at that point.
Yeah, how do you kill yourself with your own move, man? You mess up a senton and flatten out your back. But Darby got his chance.
He sure did. And then who do we see come out?
Andrade comes out and he hits Darby with like a tablet. And right when he's trying to go finish this with the coffin drop for the win, he should have had this. He hits him and just like knocks him out, and he just hangs over the top rope and then runs away.
Yeah, and Sammy sees Darby like laying on the ropes, and he gives him the GTS and takes the 3 count. And then we see Hardy come out and starts beating up Darby. Sammy saves Darby, but is hit from behind by Andrade. I mean, there's just so much going
and then
on.
Sting, he comes in and chases off Hardy and Andrade up the ring. You're like out of the ring and up the ramp. And this is all because Darby wouldn't sign with them. Like they're causing this much drama. They cost them a championship match. That's pretty messed up.
It's really messed up, honestly. And that's how it ended. I was like, that's it. We're done. I mean, but I have to say, it was pretty epic. It did not go the way I don't think anyone expected.
Yeah, I think there was like just as much nonsense going on outside of the ring as there was inside of the ring for that last match. And there was no reason for it. It's like, come on, Hardy, Andrade, leave the kid alone. Let him do his thing.
I would have.
I'm sure you can find plenty of talent.
Exactly. It would have been nice to see it mainly centered around the two of them, because like having other people jump in, it is fun. But the match was.
Well, then even Jose came in.
Yeah.
That's what started it. So like Jose came in, Sting peeled Jose off and started beating the crap out of him in the audience. And that's where Andrade came up with the tablet. So just a whole bunch of nonsense. I don't like seeing that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's fun.
Alrighty. Here on Take It to the Ring, we like to give each fight card a rating. So let's start with 5, which is Fight Forever.
Yep. And then we got 4. This is awesome.
We've got 3, which is You Still Got It.
And then 2 is a big what?
And 1, which is boring. Watch us. You'll have way much more fun in our recap.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. So what would you give this one, Lexi?
I'd have to say, so the Martinez and Thunder Rosa match went way shorter than I would have liked to see, which is what was disappointing, because I love Thunder Rosa, and that was like my main, like I was like really excited about that match. But I think like the announcement of like the dog collar like match,
big news, yeah,
big news, and it's definitely gonna. I feel like there's definitely going to be a lot of anticipation leading up to it. I'm sure we'll see their chitter chatter between the two of them. But I have to say, like a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would definitely. I would agree. It is a very, very solid 3. I'm gonna give it a 4, just because, not really because of the matches. The matches are really good. Don't get me wrong, fight fans. It was a great episode all the way through. But I liked how they teased a lot of the stuff. All the promo stuff that they did have, which I usually don't like. I'm not a big fan of the backstage stuff. It all had purpose, and I liked the way they did it. The MJF beef with CM Punk is fantastic. I really, really enjoy what they're doing there. And, to see Darby come up and really do very well against Sammy Guevara, that was good, even though there was some nonsense. But I think that's just building up for something else in the future. How cool would it be to see Sammy Guevara and Darby Allin in a tag team?
That'd be epic.
That would be really cool. Yeah. I'd love to see that. So maybe a little bit of a prediction. We'll see.
You need your tinfoil hat for that. Alrighty, guys. Well, let us know what you guys think. What were your favorite match in the comment? Let us know. And if you like what you see here, take a moment to leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah. And for more WrestleCap videos like this, just click that link right there below. And until next time, Billy here.
I'm Lexi.
Don't stop believing.
Bye.